morning and welcome to this edition of News Leader on 6. I'm Jenny English.
And I'm Abigail English. In tonight's news, the Tennessee Department of Commerce and Insurance is warning consumers about a new insurance scam. And we'll hear from the 2 Tullahoma aldermen who will not be returning to the board this year. We'll have these stories and more on tonight's News Leader on 6.
Don't stop believing, Tullahoma. Faithfully, Tullahoma Parks and Rec is excited to welcome back Journey Resurrection, a Journey tribute band that will perform free for the public Friday, September the 6th at Fraser McEwen Park at 7 p.m. The wheel in the sky will keep on turning, so bring your chairs and blankets. Cold drinks and food will be on hand, and you can have it any way you want it. We'll see you there, rain or shine. Resurrection, a Journey tribute band in Tullahoma. Friday, September 6th at Fraser McEwen Park.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma. Only 2 remaining 2018 Kia Stingers up to $10,000 off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Welcome back. The Tennessee Department of Commerce and Insurance, or TDCI, is joining other state regulators in warning consumers about a national insurance scam targeting consumers shopping for privately funded loans, like for real estate. Victims have been identified in 3 states, including Tennessee, where a Johnson City man says he lost $18,000 to scammers. California Department of Insurance Enforcement investigators identified the scam's inner workings. The perpetrators allegedly contact consumers who have inquired online about securing a loan. Using the name Val Taylor or Val Taylor Investments, the perpetrators then tell the consumer that they can arrange the loan, but the borrower must first purchase a loan payment protection insurance policy that will pay the loan in the event the borrower is unable to make payments.
To appear legitimate, the scammers provide a certificate of insurance that appears to be issued by the California Department of Insurance, includes the Great Seal of the State of California, and bears the name of the borrower. The certificate is fraudulent. Like TDCI, the California Department of Insurance is a state regulatory agency and does not issue insurance certificates, but rather regulates the insurance industry. Consumers are reminded that if someone offers to loan you money and requires you to purchase a loan guarantee policy, do not send them money or provide any personal information. If you suspect you are the victim of these scammers, please contact the California Department of Insurance Consumer Services Division toll-free at 800-927-4357 or at TDCI at 800-863-9117.
At $2.59, the national gas price average is poised to be potentially the cheapest Labor Day weekend average in 3 years. Today's average is already nearly a quarter cheaper than during last year's holiday and 4 cents cheaper than 2017's Labor Day. AAA spokesperson Jeanette Castellano said, quote, "For Americans who bookend summer with road trips, they will find gas prices this coming weekend that are cheaper than this past Memorial Day and last year's Labor Day holiday. 2/3 of all states have gas price averages that are nearly a quarter cheaper than last year."
Gas prices in the South have dipped below the $2.25 per gallon mark, and Tullahoma prices averaged around $2.19 per gallon. AAA expects by year-end the region will see $2 per gallon retail prices. Stay with us, more news is coming up after these messages.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma. Check out the 2019 fully loaded V6 Kia Sorento up to $6,400 off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
Ah, the glory days. Running to daylight on the gridiron and chasing a ball with a mind of its own. Cheering the team to victory and marching to the beat of your own drum. Memories that last a lifetime. But sometimes we're reminded of our glory days in ways we'd rather forget. Get back in the game. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live and play well.
Cool off at Southern Middle Tennessee's newest water park, Tullahoma's Splash Island. Fun for all ages. 3 25-foot water slides, lazy river, fun water features for toddlers, tasty food items available. All this and more, only $5 from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. or 4 to 9 p.m. Sundays 1 to 6. Join the fun at Tullahoma's Splash Island.
Welcome back. We continue tonight with part 3 of Tom Corrington's interview with Carla Smith, Director of Events for the National Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association.
This is a pretty big deal. As I say, we've got, well, you said 300 or 400 airplanes for sure, maybe more, and an even larger number of people coming in by car. So there's going to be a big impact on Tullahoma all the way around. Not just Tullahoma, but the surrounding community. So tell us a little bit about what sort of impact are you expecting to Tullahoma with this event?
With typically, and we run our average numbers post-event. Again, we do them across the country. The average economic impact of one of our fly-ins is around $700,000 for the local community. With our production cost, our hotel, we book up your hotels. So I've got 100 staff folks and exhibitors and 100 staff coming in, and then we have around 250 exhibitors. So hotel rooms are going quickly. They're all, so we're having to reach out to the local area for our guests to come and stay. But from hotels to rental cars to eating in our local restaurants and doing shopping here, it's a really big deal for a 2-day event for Tullahoma. Okay,
and you occasionally have a little lasting impact of that, don't you?
We do.
Folks come into Tullahoma and decided they liked it?
It's really, really cool. With my job as a senior manager of aviation events and sponsorships, I get to do a lot of traveling across the country, and especially during Oshkosh, which is the largest air show in the United States. It's really interesting when you start talking to folks, and they ask you, of course, where are you from, and I discuss Tullahoma. People in the aviation world, they know Tullahoma. They know the Beechcraft Heritage Museum. I know I'm partial, but there's no doubt that the Beechcraft Heritage Museum is the top aviation-related museum in the country. It's just phenomenal. And folks, they travel here to come see the museum, spend the night.
Top museum in the country.
It is. It's beautiful. My personal opinion is it's the best one in the country. Yeah. You have so much history right there at the Beechcraft. But pilots want a place to come fly and enjoy themselves and spend the weekend. So that's one of the big things with these fly-ins that we're encouraging, is for people to hop in their plane and go to a destination and spend time in that community and eat in their restaurants, stay in their hotels, and just explore what the town has to offer.
$700,000 overall generally, huh?
Yes, sir.
And does that extend into shopping?
Yes, sir.
Are we attractive enough as a shopping stop?
We are. And a lot of our, when we do our surveys, we have found that about 25% of our guests that do answer our survey, they do some type of shopping in the town. So from run into Walmart or Lowe's to pick up something, to going down to some of our more, to the mall, to other shops across town. They do seem to see an impact from that.
Okay. Very good. But the Beechcraft Museum is a big one, huh?
It is. The Beechcraft Heritage Museum is a big one.
Yeah.
That and Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels and George Dickel are right in there as well as places to visit.
What do you expect from the folks in Tullahoma? We need to make sure that they're aware this is going on, and it will have a sizable impact on everything in town. It will. For those 2 days. Have
a little bit of patience with us in car parking. You will see an increase of automobile traffic. We're working with the wonderful folks of the city. Fire and police have been phenomenal as always to help with the traffic flow and the safety needs. So just be a little patient with us as we try to get automobiles in and out from the airport and with the parking. And just be what Tullahoma is all about. Just meet everybody with a smile and that good old Southern hospitality that we're known for.
How about volunteers? Do you need help out there?
We would love to have some volunteers. If you're interested in volunteering, you can go to aopa.org and then under events and click on the Tullahoma link, or also under our identifiers, which for non-aviators, the identifier for Tullahoma is THA. So click under that link, and if you'd like to volunteer, we'd love to have you. You'll get a really, really cool t-shirt and hat, and we'll feed you a meal while you're volunteering for us, and we'll make sure you're hydrated and have snacks during your time. So we'll take very, very good care of you. But there's 2 classifications, airside, which you need to be over 18 years old, and a licensed pilot, because we have aircraft coming in, so you've got to understand the rules and regulations for dealing with aircraft and aircraft parking. If you're not a pilot, I'd love to have you on the show side. So we'll be doing everything from getting everything ready on the show side for the event. So we'd love to have you.
More news is coming up in a moment.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get a Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. Tullahoma Alderman Jackie Duncan, who lost his bid for re-election by 5 votes earlier this month, expressed his appreciation to board members, city staff, and voters as he attended his final meeting Monday night.
First, I would like to say congratulations to Mrs. Blackwell and Mr. Berry, and my most sincere thank you to the Board of Mayor and Aldermen for being the blessing you've all been to me over the last several years. Mayor Curley and Judge Conley, and I go back a lot further than a lot of folks in here, but they have always been a blessing. They've always they've always done the right thing, even when maybe the times didn't demand it years ago. And they've always been a friend. And I've always appreciated them both. And Mayor Curley, I think, has a great plan for the city, and I appreciate having served with you. In this capacity. He's always had the idea of wanting to make Tullahoma the greatest little city in the world, and I think we're on the road to it. I was born here at Camp Forrest back when it was during World War II, which later became Arnold Air Force Base. I worked there and retired from there, and lived right in this little area. And I tell everybody that it's just been a little kind of a circle, you know, born at Camp Forrest and lived over on Polk Street, and then I went to school over on Jackson Street at Davidson Academy, and a church on Washington Street right there in between, and I've served on the deacon board there for the last 30-some years. And it's been a blessing, though, just that little circle, and I left once and thought I was going to find something better in life, and I wound up right back here, because, you know, Tullahoma, I think, is the greatest little city in the world, and there's no place like home. And so it's always been a blessing just to be here, and I'm probably going to stay here until I die, unless if I get married and my wife makes me go somewhere. Yes, to live with her. I don't know, that's yet to come. I don't have any prospects right now, so that's kind of far. That's kind of on the table, you know, way off the table a little bit. But I'm on the road quite a bit, though, too. So anyway, we're always hope. I guess I was a little bit, I'm always encouraged by everybody. Everybody's been great to me, and as far as just friendship, and you know, and there's nothing like friendship, I promise you. And the friends that you make, and I want to like to tell kids that, you know, that not to bully and to make friends, and to these friends you can have for the rest of your life. You know, friends are not throwaways. And you bully somebody today, and they might be your boss 10 years from now, you know, you're in trouble then. But bottom line is that we all need to love one another and treat one another better. And that's just the way it is, and that's just always been my philosophy. During the election, I was in Walmart one night, and I talking to some people about voting. It was early voting period, and just one young lady that was checking me out, I asked her had she voted, and she thought, well, said it just probably don't matter anyway. Says she's just discouraged, and she thought her vote didn't count. And that night, I think one night after that, I wrote a little poem. I was in Walmart, and I constantly write. Things come to my mind, and I'm just a writer. That's just all I can say. I've got some things going on in the writing world, but bottom line was that I've got a little poem I wrote for that young lady at Walmart. It said, the greatest loss in this God-given life, and one that truly breaks my heart, is for someone to give up admitting defeat before the race even starts. And she just had given up. She thinks her vote doesn't count. But I tell everybody your vote does count. I wish I'd had about 6 more that day. But I've got no problem with it. I've got a higher calling, I do believe, for some greater things in my life. And I thank God every day that I wake up, that I'm able to get up, and my mind is still working. And I just get so excited about life. One good thing that came out of that defeat, my defeat, I guess, was the encouragement. I will be a stronger voice of empowerment and encouragement for folks to get out and vote. And said, we are all somebody, and your vote does count. And the only time it doesn't count is when you don't cast it. I thank you for your faith in me and your confidence, and everyone that I've worked with the city. I just thank you for you've all been fantastic, and pray that everything great will go for you. So, and I'll always be around, and don't worry about it. If you need me, just call me. I'm around close as near as your telephone. So
we'll be right back with more News Leader after this.
The wait is finally over. The all-new redesigned Ford Ranger is back at Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma. Stop and test drive one today at Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma on Highway 55, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home, our family caring for your family since 1932.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
He's a little bit of you, he's a little bit of me. He's the trash along the roadside of Tennessee. He's the garbage that we find. He's the dream we left behind. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash. A throwaway bottle or pop top can may not seem much to a traveling man, but a little bit of litter goes a long, long way. And I grow and get bigger every day. Tennessee trash messing up the highways. Tennessee trash jogging up the byways. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash.
We have met the enemy, and he is us.
Welcome back. Tullahoma Alderman Renee Keene, who did not seek re-election, shared her thoughts as she completed her term on the city board.
First of all, to be able to serve on this board, it has its ups and downs. You never know exactly what you're going to come against. You're always going to make somebody disappointed. You're going to disappoint someone, and it's really, really hard. Those of you who knew my husband, Jeff, knew he was my anchor. I could go home to him, he would watch our meetings, and when I came home, we could discuss it. he was the level head. He kept me going so I could discuss things with him, because it was very upsetting to know that you're making some people upset on things you have to vote on when you know that it's right or it's wrong. So it is challenging. This board has been a wonderful board. We may agree to disagree on various things, but everybody left and respected one another, and Lane has led us with such diligence, and I feel truly blessed to have been able to work on this board. I really do. The department heads and the people that I have served with, thank you so very much. People behind the scenes and out on the streets and in our community have absolutely no idea what all you go through. Jennifer, she's come in and she's led everybody and done a wonderful job, but they work really, really hard, and they give it their all, and all of our city employees do such an amazing job, and we don't give them near enough thanks for the things that they do. We couldn't have the roads taken care of and our garbage taken care of and all the things if it weren't for their leaders. So I truly appreciate everything that they did. The ladies in the office have been wonderful to me to keep me on track where I needed to be and what I needed to be. People don't realize all the meetings and all the things you can be involved with. There is a lot. You can choose to be more involved or lesser. It just depends on yourself. I'm one to throw myself in. My family will tell you 100%. I'm a Tullahoma girl. I'm a third generation person, not going anywhere. I may be around again soon. We don't know. But those of you who do know, I had to make a decision a few months ago as to whether I was going to run or not. And it was a very, very emotional decision, and I had to talk to my family about it. We were expecting, I have 3 grandchildren already, but we were expecting twins, and I'm not going to go into details, but just didn't know about the situation, and running a campaign just wasn't going to work. And so I had to make a decision, so family had to come first. And I know everybody understands that. Not to say I don't know what the future will hold, but as of right now, I feel like I've made the right decision. I want to thank our community who has reached out to me, who supported me, who urged me on after I was involved with the chamber for 10 years, and then encouraged me to pursue something I had absolutely no desire to do. And like Jackie, I am not a politician by any stretch of the imagination. I just felt like I'm a servant. I'm a volunteer. I want to do what's right for Tullahoma. Doesn't matter what side you're on or where you're from. I just looked at the issues and did what we felt was right. A lot of things have happened in the last 6 years. I won't go into all, everything, but I mean, just a few things. We were voted best micropolitan city twice. TUA has created the fiber of the premise. Everyone in your home and business is able to get that. Publix finally came to be. Splash Island, our airport is amazing, and the airport and everybody out there has done an amazing job, and it is something to brag about. Being in real estate, it is amazing how many things I can tell people when they go and they call me and want to know about moving here. So I'm very, very proud. We have 600 plus acres of parks and greenways, along with the dog park, the outstanding Go Green campaign, the tourism and sports initiative. So many new businesses. Just drive down Jackson Street and you will see so much and so many things that have taken place the last few years. And now we can actually say in the past couple years, home starts have been amazing as well. We've got new subdivisions that are taking off. So it has been wonderful. And that's something to be proud of. People are moving to Tullahoma from Murfreesboro, from Florida, from Michigan, from Washington, D.C. I move people here from all over the country. So it's very, very wonderful to be able to take them down Jackson Street or to the airport or to somewhere and show them what Tullahoma has to offer. The connectivity is going to add 100 new jobs, so that's another thing that we can be proud of. We are bringing businesses to Tullahoma. And then we're going to get a new police station. I'm sorry I'm not going to be around for the grand opening for that, but I'll be there. But that's been overdue for so long, so I'm very proud about that. I've been honored to be the liaison for our outstanding city, the Tullahoma City School System, which we are extremely lucky to have a school system as we do. I brag about them to anyone who contacts me, and we're just very, very fortunate. And I serve on the Tourism Council and will continue to do so on that, and then also a member of the Planning Commission. I just want to thank everybody again for your support, your love, your prayers. It has been challenging. It was challenging, but I knew Jeff would want me to pursue it and continue to go on, so I did. And I do appreciate everybody standing behind me, and I love Tullahoma, and I know as many of you do too. So thank you for your support.
Stay with us. Your local weather forecast is next.
Mustang Sally. You better slow that Mustang down at Russell Barnett Ford in Tullahoma on Highway 55, where you can receive up to $4,000 off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Ford in Tullahoma. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
My wife Jackie has always been the life of the party, but things changed when she couldn't be as active anymore.
They told me I needed a double knee replacement.
It's not as big a deal as it used to be, but she still needed to go to rehab.
I was amazed at how good the therapists were at Life Care. They took really good care of me.
They took excellent care of her, and now she's back doing the things she loves, and that makes everyone happy.
Life Care Center of Tullahoma wants you to get active and live well.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
Welcome back. We're going to take a look at our weather forecast, starting with our weather history. Our record high was in 1948 at 99 degrees, and our record low was in 1992 at 50 degrees. Our average high on this day is 88 degrees, and our average low is 64. For tonight, expect clear weather with a low of 57. On Friday, sunny weather with a high of 88 and a low of 60, and on Saturday, sunny weather again with a high of 89 and a low of 63. And that's it for this edition of News Leader on 6.
Join us here every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10. Have a good evening.